I believe we are live. And first of all, guys, why is all of a sudden right now, as we speak, $500 million being moved to Coinbase? I believe right now, this second, as we are speaking, as you can see right here, we got a few transfers of 3,052 Bitcoin, once, twice, a third time, and a fourth time. Why is that? More than $500 million all of a sudden is flowing to Coinbase. I've just noticed it, guys. I wanted to say, obviously, hello everybody. Welcome back to another crypto stream. I want to get you guys up to date on everything that's happening today, everything that's happening tomorrow, because things are pretty crazy, and kind of what happened yesterday. All right? Want to give you guys a slight little update, but right now, I'm just quickly asking you guys if you know what's going on with the $500 million transfer to Coinbase. Is that what we're talking about with ETF seeding? Perhaps there's more going on here than meets the eye. Perhaps there's a lot more going on than meets the eye here. I'm just going to quickly screenshot it and ask over on Twitter to see if somebody hopefully knows. But that is crazy. Anyway, I'm just quickly writing this down. I will quickly share this stream, and then we will get started with everything that's happening right now and everything that is pointing us towards some approval today. Why was 6 minutes? Okay, there we go. All right, I got everything set. There we go. So, just a quick little rundown of what happened yesterday before we dive into what exactly is happening today. Yesterday, we had a fake SEC Bitcoin ETF approval, which was rather interesting because the official SEC account posted, "Hey, it has been approved, everybody, yeah. And then very quickly afterwards, Gary Gensler's account came out to say that no, it was actually a lie, as the SEC official account was hacked. And if you're wondering, I think I put it here. Here we go. X, so the Twitter guys, actually officially posted that indeed it was a hack of sorts, as somebody got the SEC account phone number and was able to hack in that way. Which obviously leads me to ask 10 other different questions as to how the frick in the world this could happen, but that's besides the point. The bigger point here being, it was not probably within the drafts. It was probably just indeed somebody with malicious intent. But obviously it's still up for debate. It could have been that this person was just hacking in for fun, commented $BTC, and then also went into the drafts and posted this. But right now is getting more and more unlikely, as indeed it was an official hack, or X is in on it too, but I don't believe that that would be the case. And they quickly said, indeed, the account was compromised. They did not have two-factor authentication. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody is hammering in on the SEC for always saying, oh, be so careful, but not having two-factor authentication. It is funny. Now, just quickly, guys, let me know in the chat box where you're watching this from. I see a lot of you guys say good morning. Right now, it is actually 7 p.m. Dubai time. So it's not really morning, but let me know in the chat where you're watching this from. I'm always interested to see. And just know, I'm looking at every single tweet. So don't worry. I take a look at every single comment you guys post. I've got everything open. So I'll notice every single place you guys are watching from. Anyway, so as that happened, Gary Gensler's account obviously got a lot of slack. We've been shit posting for a little while. I have some funny memes over here because Gary Gensler obviously is in a really bad spot. They're getting investigations all over. Here, for example, was one interesting piece from a little bit earlier. Let's quickly take a listen if we can.
Okay, and so I'm just going to reiterate it one more time. It would appear that X has been hacked, that the U.S. government, the SEC, has not been hacked, which in of itself would have been quite interesting, since the SEC is also regulating all of these cybersecurity issues and hacks for public or private sector as well right now. But bottom line, this is not true. We don't have this. Focus on the SEC website, perhaps, rather than some of the social media platforms.
Exactly.
Okay, and so I'm just going to reiterate.
So that's kind of funny that they're trying to state that it was X's fault and not the SEC's fault. But now, yeah, that is obviously a pretty difficult question, right? Who do you want to blame here for something like this? When, oh, my little dashboard is not working. Give me a second. Let's see what's going on here. We good? No, we're not good. Wonder what's going on. I can't switch the camera. Why is that happening? What's going on here? Switch, goddammit. All right. I guess we're stuck in this phase for a little second. That is nice. I like that. Is it camera? Let's see. I can just press it manually, I guess. I have a little thingy to change everything, but for some reason it does not. Oh, my keyboard stopped working as well. Okay. We're having to fix this. Like I was saying, though, it's funny how they're blaming the other party. And it's just classic SEC stuff, though. At the end of the day, I'm not really surprised by the way in which things are working right now over there. But guys like 𝗕𝗁𝗀𝗿𝗀𝗃 and everybody is all hammering down on the SEC. And I think it's kind of interesting how right now, for the first time in a long while, these guys are also on the wrong side of history. I mean, they always are from our perspective, but from the regulatory side, they've usually been able to get away with it. Right now, they're going to get some flack for this, and I hope, but hey, that's just hope, that Gary Gensler actually gets some big repercussions. Anyway, that's all what happened yesterday. It was interesting. A lot of you guys were here. You guys were amazing. But what is happening today? Well. Before I say, there's something else I want to quickly say. All right? And that has to do with the plans for the channel. Just give me 30 seconds. I want to say, I want to dedicate at least $1,000 to $10,000 every single month to giveaways. Because I've been realizing, obviously, you think about these things every day. The whole reason I started my crypto journey was because of one tiny, teeny little crypto giveaway. And I'm in a position where I can help people, so I should. Please don't text me and ask. Let's just set one thing straight. Please don't. I get at least, I'm going to say 40 a day. But if I'm saying this now, it'll probably go to 100 something a day. I'm not giving anybody anything who just asks. Never going to happen. All right? Okay, I would not say never, but don't do that. How you can, however, get things is by doing certain tasks. So that's a wide margin because it kind of depends on how many people participate, you know? So I'm not sure how many will. I've just set aside, you know, I've put $20,000 on the side for giveaways right now, but I'm not so sure how often or what. And so per month, it might be only 1,000, might be 10,000. I'm not sure yet. But a couple things I thought of just quite now to give things away for are people in Discord, for example, who go in our charting section. I just will give away, I don't know how much yet, to people who put their charts in the charting section. So just share them, right? That's what I've been thinking of. I've been thinking of the people who always loyally comment on YouTube. We might have to do some comment pickers every now and then, perhaps once a month, perhaps, 10 people a month or something. Telegram people, Twitter people. Yeah, I've written it down like 30 seconds ago. And perhaps some people on TikTok as well. But again, I'm going to have to think about exactly how we can do it in a fair and square manner and how exactly is wise. I just wanted to say the one that's easiest for everybody to participate in is just the Discord charting section, because that's a very easy measure. I'll just be looking at exactly who's posting cool stuff, and we'll pick somebody or maybe 10 people every single month who are actively contributing in here. That is the first thing we're doing, right? Is Discord behind a paywall? No, it's absolutely free. Nothing stopping you from joining. It doesn't cost any money. Nothing I have will cost money to enter. No. The whole point is to give away for nothing. So please understand that. We eventually might have paid things. I've done this for how much? 7.5 years. Never had any paid thing. But never will it be a requirement to get the information. That is stupid, in my opinion. Anyway, so what is happening right now? Because I've just quickly said that. Probably, all right, and this is the guys from Bloomberg are saying, probably all Bitcoin spot ETFs will be approved today. A massive approval pump seems more and more unlikely now, as the Bitcoin price right now has come down a pretty significant bunch. If you've been taking a look, it's right now actually below 45,000. Oh, we just jumped back up. 45.03 we are right now. It's actually really interesting that the price fell roughly, I'm going to say 6% or so after our excitement wave from yesterday. Obviously here the price spiked to 48,000 as well. From that point we're down Oh, you guys can see. We're down roughly 8% from the crazy spike we saw yesterday, which is indeed pretty freaking wild. However, as I just stated, let me just quickly find it back. I've got a couple of things open. Happy ETF approval day. This is one of the Bloomberg analysts. For real this time. To all those who celebrate, as far as we know, it's all systems go. Most likely, as we see formal approvals in the ballpark of 4 to 6 p.m. today, Eastern time, with the Derby starting on Thursday, meaning the trading starting tomorrow. We are ready at Bloomberg, getting DES pages up as we speak, and I've been looking through, guys. Nowhere has it been approved just quite yet, just so you know, but the expectation is that it's going to all happen today. Almost every single where that I looked, this is exactly what they're saying, that today is the day where it all goes down. And interestingly enough, as I just stated on the start of the stream, we are seeing a $600 million inflow to Coinbase all of a sudden. And as we all know, Coinbase is the custodian for all these ETF providers. So perhaps it has something to do with that. There's a very good possibility of it. So let's keep it in the back of our heads. Then again, there are a lot of massive transfers all of a sudden now the last couple of hours as... oh, wait a minute. Even 8 hours ago, 150 million to Coinbase. Why is so much money flowing to Coinbase, guys? At first, I thought, yeah, Coinbase has a custody service just for normal people, so to speak. But, more than $1 billion flew to Coinbase all of a sudden over the last 24 hours. That's a lot, right? And I'm not talking about the $20 million transfer. That could be anybody. But $150 million per transfer, like $1 billion worth in 24 hours. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. And if you're wondering, by the way, sometimes these freaking USB things are tripping up. Damn, that's annoying. Anyway, let's take a look at the chat right there. Transferred from Coinbase. Let's see real quick. Which one is transferred from Coinbase? This one is 2. This one is from an unknown wallet to Coinbase as well. From Coinbase to unknown wallet, 1. Okay. To Coinbase, another 140 million. From Coinbase, 60 million. From unknown wallet to Coinbase. From Coinbase to unknown wallet. Okay. So they keep depositing 130, 140, and then taking out 60. From unknown wallet to Coinbase. From unknown wallet to Coinbase. From unknown wallet to Coinbase. From unknown wallet. Oh, from Coinbase to unknown wallet. Here again. This is 2 minutes ago, though. This just came out. Interesting. So why do they keep putting in 140 million and taking 65 million out? Interesting. Very interesting. Why are they doing that? Again, I'm thinking about the perspective that Coinbase is the provider for most of these ETF participants, right? Oh, yeah. And what I wanted to say, there's a couple things, actually, because I have a longer story. First of all, I will post a video on the Dusty Trades channel in about an hour or so. Right after the stream, I'll record one because we've got some juicy trades I want to cover for you guys. One of my friends here, he also is going pretty big right now. He says, this is my setup going into the next 24 hours. Clearly betting on approval. Set your take profits and stop losses already because this will likely get messy. Delayed decision or denial would nuke us very hard, so please be careful, but good luck. And he's got about, $22 million worth of positions open right now, which is pretty funny because I think all of the trading boys right here are having juicy positions. I'm not sure if Rookie has something crazy open right now. I would have expected him to have something, but maybe he does not. Most of the boys are having multi-deca-trillion million. There we go. Position open. Let's see DeFi squared. Let's see. He didn't change anything to his position just quite yet. He still has his $31 million trade open right now. Oh. That's interesting, huh? Damn. Huh. Buy me a KFC. Right. Tell your friend to 5x it if he wants to be a big boy. Anyway, so what else going on? Eric also just said this, that on official news sources, they're saying breaking news. Bitcoin ETF set to be approved today between 6 to 8 p.m. New Jersey time. And it's funny how echo chambers work. Eric used New Jersey time as a joke. And now news articles are picking it up saying New Jersey time. Obviously, it can work, but it's the wrong time zone. They're saying 6 to 8 p.m. when it's 4 to 6 p.m. So that's kind of stupid. And perhaps that's because they went to calculate it the wrong way or something. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. Right now, I'm updating myself with this like every couple of minutes. Every minute or so I check and just refresh to see if something new has happened, because it'll happen today. Most likely between 6, or I would say 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time, which let me just quickly check. 4 p.m. Eastern to Dubai time. Oh, that's between 1 and 3 a.m. my time, so that's a little bit late, but I'll be here, all right? I will maybe do a stream on my phone, because I'm not so sure I'll be here at 3 a.m., or if it gets approved like 3:30 a.m. or something like that. But I'll try my best to get you guys whatever update is there at that point. I know probably we'll do a little Dubai party, everybody. I think everybody will come together today to go and pray for some beautiful price action or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. The price as of this point is still not doing too well. And I still believe that the probability of a reversal is pretty high. Then again, the probability of a massive pump on approval keeps getting lower and lower as it becomes more and more of a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. How many hours? Well, it is 7:30 right now. 5.5 hours. There we go. That was actually not too. I'd say like 5.5 hours. Let's say on average, it's going to take about 7 hours from now to get approved. Like 5 to 7-ish. At the end of the day, it's just an estimation. Nobody knows for sure. And a little bit earlier, I was actually looking through previous articles because I like to analyze things. This is, for example, from 2021. And interesting to me was what they were discussing back then, what the expectations were back then. And it's funny how the Bitcoin price kept on moving around these deadline dates. But now, obviously, there's no more delaying that's possible. But it's kind of funny how we also saw a big buy the rumor type of pump back then. And people forget to realize that even right now, we are still seeing a buy the rumor type of pump. As the Bitcoin price went up a lot over the last couple of weeks, you got to understand that it's already gone up a ton, just like it did back here, in anticipation of the Bitcoin ETFs. People buy pretty early in anticipation of these major events. It's not as if they wait till the last day to buy. Right now, though, there's a caveat, which is they can't fully buy the rumor, sell the news, as there's still a decision that needs to be made. Variable. Holy smokes, why did I lose that word? I'm not sure what's going on with my thinking process today. I'm just wanting to say there's still a variable with regards to the approval itself. So since it could be denied, not everybody's bought in that might actually go ahead and do so the moment that the decision is coming out positive. Dusty, before your face reveal, I imagined you being a really big middle-aged man. Don't know why. I didn't think much about it till now. Yeah, a lot of people told me that. They thought I was old, fat, white. At the end of the day, you never know, right? From somebody's voice, that's the funniest part. You never really know. Dusty still has a hangover from yesterday's rug. I like that. I like that. I think a lot of you guys have been watching since 2017 as well, huh? We've been doing these videos for a long time. And you know what's funny as well? That throughout all this time, the XP price hasn't changed. No, but the funniest part about it is how many journeys we've been on together. I've bought so many stupid things. I've ridden the way down on some of my coins from like up here to minus 99.999%. Ncash, let me see if that coin still exists. That's one of the coins I lost a lot of Bitcoin on. I think it was called Ncash, right? Yeah. So this coin, like, I'll tell you more as the bull market progresses, but what you do in a bull market is you DCA hard, because if you do that, you'll make tons of money as everything goes up. This coin I DCA'd into like forever and ever and ever, and the price just never climbed back up. So you keep on buying and buy more and more and more, and eventually I think it had at least one Bitcoin that I can remember, maybe more, and it just never pumped back up. It just kept going down and down and down. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you that really turning $1,000 into like 50,000 bucks is not that hard if you're starting at a point like this. It's really hard to make tons of money in a bad market. It is, because you're going to have to really think or find a juicy opportunity. In a bull market, though, it's honestly not hard to make gains. The only question is, how much gains can you make? Which exact thing are you going to buy? And how dedicated are you to basically go maniac mode and get the price to go lower, lower? You keep on buying, keep on betting again and again. But at that time, I also knew if you're only buying Bitcoin, you'll probably make tons of money. But if you're buying altcoins, specifically the shitty ones, you can really make some crazy money. And obviously, some of them you lose. But hey, that's part of the game. XRP is bottomed out and not crawling out of the hole. You know, I'd say let's just focus on XRP the moment that XRP does interesting stuff. Right now, Bitcoin is taking the lead, and Ethereum is also. There is a potential that XRP, following kind of the Ethereum excitement right now, is going to also have some pretty juicy, like FOMO type of waves. Just based on the fact that Ethereum is going so exciting right now. And in general, some people were saying, oh, it's the layer 1 rush. Let's quickly see, actually, if it is. Let's quickly refresh. Because we are seeing, indeed, Ethereum up 7%. Optimism, one of my favorite coins, up 15%. Lido up 22%, 21%. And this is also interesting. Scott, I think, also pushed me to open a position yesterday. I think it was yesterday or 2 days before. So one of my friends here, I think we opened a pretty juicy position. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't remember exactly. Where is Scott? Let's find him. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. I think he pushed me to open a light up position. Can you see my face? Wait a second. Oh, he doesn't show it. I'm right here. I'm like right behind the corner. That's kind of funny. Let's see. I think he posted it yesterday as well. Here we go. So he posted a position yesterday, and I was like, you know what? If he's going 3.5 million, I at least have to open some sort of position on it, which was yesterday. That's kind of funny. And it's doing so well today, huh? Holy smokes. It's up 22% or 21% now. That is juicy. That, ladies and gentlemen, is juicy, juicy, juicy. Anyway, a lot of the Ethereum ecosystem is doing really, really well right now. It's interesting, I guess, how Polygon, Layer 2 and whatnot are not doing so well. But the whole Ethereum and ecosystem are doing well. And Arbitrum is also pumping up. Arbitrum was one of my biggest buys last week. I think I told you guys all over that I'm buying massive amounts of Arbitrum. I made a video about it, I think, 2 days ago or so. I see you guys questioning, is Solana going crazy next? I'm not exactly sure. Why would Solana do well right now? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like Solana, there's an argument to be made, actually. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, well, if Ethereum does so well, getting all that excitement, it's one of the bigger coins, and we know that theory of lowering down, right? And lowering down meaning wait a second. I'm thinking about it now. We should actually analyze that later to see how often Solana pumps right after an Ethereum type of growth rally. Because now it seems like the Solana liquidity is flowing into Ethereum, back to layer 1. And eventually, further down the road, it will actually transfer back over. But the question is that right now? Is that a time already? That is actually a really, really good question. Because obviously, if you're thinking about it, Solana has done so well for a while now. A lot of money flowing into Bitcoin now based on the ETF decision. The next two coins to come up for ETFs are XRP and Ethereum. Ethereum going for a rally because it's been undervalued for a good while. Saw a very low point on the Bitcoin Ethereum chart. Why would Solana then go up? Just because it's a layer 2? Layer 2, what am I saying? I want to say just because it's a layer beneath the top caps. But even now, like Solana is so huge that in theory, it could follow the same type of flows as Ethereum. Yes, okay, it's still like 1/8 or so of the total Ethereum market cap, but it's still something I would consider to be the huge caps, right? And if it's a huge cap, why would it make sense for Solana to go for a rally? It doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. Let's see here. We have David saying, Dusty, what are your thoughts on 𝗕𝗪𝗀 is a layer 1 project, 50 market cap. 𝗕𝗪𝗀, maybe? That one I know. Everyone is expecting a dump, makes me think it will pump. ADA. Sol liquidity is flowing into ETH. Sol rallied for like 2 weeks, yes. It's going to flow. Hey, Michael, what's up? It's going to flow to Polygon, Manta, ARB, Optimism, other layer 2s, and then flow back into Sol. Yeah, that theory also makes a lot of sense. So the flow into the layer 2s now. So basically, Ethereum right now getting all that excitement. Some of the Ethereum ecosystem parts are getting some love already, like Lido, and I guess some layer 2s like 𝗓𝗓𝗪. And then flowing into more and more layer 2s as right now everything with regards to Ethereum ecosystem is pumping. So more along the lines of Matic and 𝗓𝗓𝗪. But 𝗓𝗓𝗪 is already pumping a lot right now. Then again, I'm still excited about 𝗓𝗓𝗪 and some coins in that nature. Anthony Weber says you have no clue. At the end of the day, you don't really know for sure. This is crazier moves, but you're not even sure exactly why Ethereum is pumping. It makes sense from a lot of perspectives, but you don't know for sure. So it's all a probability move. So anybody thinking, you don't know, at the end of the day, I don't. We can speculate, we can think as to what might be smart moves, but you're not sure. It's just interesting to me that indeed, wait, did it refresh again? Was it not so that this was just red just now? Did it just not refresh properly? Not so sure. Oh yeah, like I was saying though, we were analyzing before the interesting moves with regards to Bitcoin ETF decisions in the past. And a good question that pops up is, did Bitcoin reach an all-time high? Partially also based on this Bitcoin ETF decision. But then things were taken down because of the whole FTX situation and whatnot. But the question comes up. Let me actually see for fun. When was FTX's breakdown? Because I think it's like way later, no? Because October 2021, Bitcoin at all-time high. And I think FTX went down at the end of 2022. Huh. Let me go check when these Bitcoin ETF decisions were. Obviously, I'm never going to be able to find it anymore. Right? If I type in, for example, Bitcoin ETF decision dates, it's going to be really, really hard to find them for like 2 years ago. Because we're only seeing one, for example, in here now, which is the 28th of June, 2021. We'd prefer a full overview of dates back then, but it's going to be harder and harder to find. What can we do to find that? Because that would be interesting to see if we saw massive rallies back then as well with regard to the Bitcoin ETF decisions. And perhaps that's even what caused some crazy all-time high type of rallies. It's plausible. Tell us what are your thoughts on it. I don't really hold it, so I can't say too much. Why do you think Ethereum is pumping? It just makes sense that Ethereum had such a low versus Bitcoin, and that people right now are trying to basically take some profit on Bitcoin in anticipation of this buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, and go for the next best thing, which is Ethereum. It does make sense. Juicy times, boys, juicy times. Indeed, it's juicy times. Everybody, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button. I see we've got about Let's check it out. 500 people watching right now, but only 126 likes pressed. Make sure you go ahead and press that like button. You've got nothing to lose. And just think about it. If you were sitting right here, what would be the biggest piece of appreciation? It's obviously people coming in, for sure. So every single one of you, appreciate you coming in. But the second best thing will be if people, show some support by pressing that like button. So that's all I'm saying. You don't have to, but it doesn't cost you anything. And it does tremendously help out every single individual of you. So you are appreciated. Where did my chat box go? I lost it. Here we go. I found the chat box. Let's continue on. Let's quickly check. That's what I think. ICP will rip. We'll see dead ecosystems revive in terms of liquidity as well, including Polkadot, Filecoin, Litecoin, Aptos, 𝗬 as well. 𝗬 extremely bullish on, Aptos extremely bullish on, Litecoin I still hold from like 5 years ago, but I think it's garbage. Filecoin is okay, but it's not something that most people understand. So I don't think it's the best in terms of hype. Polkadot is pretty amazing, but once more, it's quite difficult for a lot of people. And the airdrop excitement hype is more so with 𝗂𝗁𝗄s, if I had to pick one of the two. Then again, 𝗂𝗁𝗄s and the ecosystem have also not been pumping for a long while. The 𝗂𝗁𝗄s specifically, right? I guess some of the other coins intertwined within the ecosystem, Injective, Celestia, they've all been doing very well. And I am focusing a lot on the Atom 𝗂𝗁𝗄s airdrops. I have another video coming out really shortly, and I will make another top airdrop video, I think, in 2 days or so from now. ETH ETFs are seriously on the cards for today. That also might be why Ethereum is pumping additionally, because Ethereum ETFs are up and coming, right? So perhaps people are like, let's buy the next big buy the rumor, sell the news type of narrative, which is Ethereum, which is going to come quickly after the Bitcoin ETFs get approved. First deadline on 14th for ARK and then the rest for approval. Hey, take a look. Hey, you see what this man, you see this man is a freaking, he's a G. Liked and subscribed. What a man, huh? I'll get to you quickly, History Bear. Give me a second. Let's quickly check up. FTX in internal chats about reviving FTT, which should not happen, but a lot of bag holders still. I actually bought a big bag of FTT a little while back because I don't think it's actually good at all. But the reason I still have USTC, which is the UST from Luna Classic, and FTT is because the one could have some sort of big rally at some point if something happens. I don't know, but it's just so cheap, it's worth a try. And the other one, FTT, because I do believe it will relaunch and I do believe the price will do well. I will not use FTX, and I think they're garbage, but I do believe the coin could do very well because I do believe to recoup more money, they will try to relaunch the exchange at some point. Michael says, after the ETF, Uniswap will finally go public with their plans to IPO and also consensus after all these years. Interesting. Alchemist says, Bitcoin higher highs, higher lows, so bigger swings. Connor says, hey, Dusty, I just want to say thank you for being such a legit person in this space. I've put many of my friends on your videos and mainly watch you. Hey, by the way, thoughts on XP price very long term? Thank you very much, Connor. I really appreciate that. XP price long term is such a difficult, intricate question right now. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're in a spot where we're like at the start of a massive crypto rally. So right now we're like at the lowest of points relative to 2 years, right? So I think, right, that is still going to gain for about 18 months or so. I think 2025, we might have to start layering out of positions. But since XRP didn't see that rally in 2021, it's so hard to price it. We're not sure if we should price it only on the 2024-2025 rally or also price in the 2021 rally that it missed because of the SEC. And that's the most interesting question. Depending on what you think is long-term. Do you think 1 or 2 years is long-term? Or do you think like 6 years is long-term? Because I'm still holding all the XRP. I've not sold any. I've just not bought any new XRP for a while. Because I've got good bags. And I always go for the most imminent opportunity. And right now, there are different priorities that are taking my attention. So I'm not using money to buy XRP. I'm using money to buy different things. But I still have my bag because I still believe in the process. But we've got to be honest here. The price action has not been too good. It's not been volatile. It's not been doing crazy stuff. So it doesn't make sense for me to just keep locking up instead of moving on things that are moving right now. And I might regret that soon, but that's my strategy and that works for me. History Bear coming in with 5 saying, thanks for the airdrop tutorials on 𝗂𝗁𝗄s. I got into those last night. My first steps into the realm of 𝗂𝗁𝗄s. Thank you. Can I press the heart? There we go. yeah, those airdrops are so easy. It just takes a little bit of time to look into it and know where to find the right information. But once you get the hang of it, it feels really good that you like made some steps, I think. Are you familiar with Root Network and how it's going to be utilizing XRP? No, I'm not. 𝗲𝗁𝘀𝗀𝗧 says, I do want to thank you for all the information you give me this couple months. I appreciate you stopping by. Stacker saying, don't lie, you have UST because of me. I actually, little fun fact, still have tons of money locked up in Anchor protocol. And I never knew, I never knew I needed to take it out. So I don't even have USTC left. I just have it in the protocol, but the protocol shut down. I didn't know that. So if you go to Anchor protocol, right, and I connect to my wallet and everything, if you go to the dashboard, you can never, it just shows this. It's just blank, right? And you try to refresh, it'll show up for a little second, and then it goes back to blank. Those scammers. They scam me so hard. I didn't know. The website looks so juicy. It looks so beautiful still. But, yeah, no, I've been scammed for sure there. MG says, Dusty, nothing will be approved today. They are waiting for Gary to climax. I mean, I think it will happen today, guys. I mean, I also think these Coinbase transfers have something to do with it. It just makes sense. But I do honestly believe it will happen. And I think Ethereum and XRP ETFs are going to come quickly afterwards. Because there's really nothing that can stop them. They could say, well, but you see, based on a decision we made, the Bitcoin price moved so much, it's too volatile. But because of the Grayscale lawsuit, I don't think they can bring up any argument as to why these Bitcoin ETFs cannot be approved. It's going to be so hard. So the only thing they could do is try to delay, but it can't delay because this is the final deadline. So it's going to be approved. And if BlackRock is waiting for it, if all those guys are waiting for it, I don't think it's not going to happen because they would have noticed throughout time. And I think then the Bloomberg analysts would have been like, well, there's a good chance, but not like 95%, and not like, hey, happy approval day. I think that would have been less exciting. Then again, on the contrary, it is interesting to me how, first of all, today is the 15th anniversary of 𝗵𝗁𝗲𝗄's tweet. Let's see. Let's see here real quick. How do I find that tweet? How the frick do you spell 𝗕𝗁𝗲𝗄? Oh, here we go. It's like a pretty weird name, right? But I remember it's 𝗕𝗁, like his Twitter account. But so, depending on what time zone you're in, this was actually the 11th of January. And so it's interesting that this came exactly 15 years later. The Bitcoin ETF, after all this, it's kind of funny. All right, I see more questions. Do you think real-world asset tokens will perform the best this bull run? No. I do believe they will do good, though, because there's a lot of outside demand for this. It makes sense for real-world assets to be very exciting, as the prospect of having real-world things, tokenizing them, and being able to trade that, there's a lot of money in that, right? Theoretically speaking, all the real estate, all those things will allow for massive amounts of money to flow into our ecosystem. Then again, a good question is, just because it has tons of locked value, money locked up, does that also mean then, per definition, that the tokens should be worth a lot? Not necessarily, so that's difficult to say. It will bring a lot of volume, sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean prices go up just because it's, an exciting topic. It can be, though. How can Ethereum ETF be approved if it has no clarity with the SEC? I think you're new to this space then, huh? Do you think the SEC cares about that? I don't give a crap about clarity. XRP next bull run prediction, $69. I still think it could definitely do that this run, but we need an excitement wave, right? Right now, it's just been on a low pit of fire. Ripple's just been selling off, which is not really big pressure, but there's not that much exciting for XRP. They need to have some sort of new campaign of excitement, get the people riled up. Otherwise, it's harder for people to start buying and start getting excited again. Now, tech-wise, pretty juicy. Hype-wise, they're on a very, very low skillet right now, or low fire on the skillet. Similarly with VeChain, I spoke with one of the VeChain co-founders a while back, and he told me as well, VeChain is pretty juicy for what they do, but it's never the number one, right? There's different coins related to payments, for example, or more hyped up things that will just do better. So I've not bought VeChain in a good while. Do I think VeChain will do well? Yeah, I believe so, but definitely not the best, so I won't necessarily buy a ton of it anymore. Like, these things change every single cycle. And don't marry your bags. Don't think, oh, we talked about it last year, it's still going to do. If things change on the front end of things, so like, oh, there's different things that are exciting this run, you have to adapt, and you have to have the mental strength and capacity to sell sometimes, or to just not buy more, which is mostly my philosophy. If I bought a bag at some point because it was exciting, I will keep holding on, but I will not buy more. The reason I will keep holding on is because I'd feel really, really bad. I know myself, right? I'd feel really bad if I sold everything and then the price went to skyrocket. I wouldn't feel good. But I will feel fine if I just never bought anything else because, well, that was the best decision at the time. So just do whatever works for you. Stick to it. Are there any new meme coins on Cardano? I don't know what the frick Cardano is. The only meme coins I'm buying are on Ethereum right now. I think Solana has lost a little bit of its steam the last couple of days. And right now, since Ethereum is so trending, if you want to buy meme coins, you go for Ethereum meme coins because those do best when Ethereum is pumping. So that's a little piece of my thoughts. Ooh, Stacks is going down hard, but they're actually up so much since I bought. Injective coming back down hard as well. Celestia coming back down hard. Say coming back down hard, which is juicy for the tutorial which I'm about to drop. And also, guys, right after this stream, I will go over to my second channel, Dusty Trades, and post a trading update for you guys because we have a couple of trading ideas that I will share. The channel is called Dusty Trades. Make sure you check it out. And I will say it once more for anyone that does not know. I'll be rewarding people who are in our Discord sharing charts. This is our Discord. A link is down below. There's a charting section. And if you're sharing charts in there, I will put money aside to pay people to just interact. It sounds stupid, but I just literally want more people discussing finances in here. And I don't know a better way to do that than by rewarding them. Eventually, I might not do it anymore. Who knows? But I want to get more people to actually talk about the money that they're making or what they're thinking about. And I think the best way to do that is by rewarding it until at some point we have a healthy community of people just sharing whatever they love and people hopefully making good money. So I don't need to. How will you be paying? Just by picking random people with giveaway pickers or something. Or just look at people who are actively providing and just give them something. Ever heard of 𝗲𝗏? Yes, I've heard of it. I see people on TikTok be very excited about it. I mean more like a mode of payment. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, Chief. Worry about providing good stuff. The rest you'll figure out as the time comes by. I'm just checking on the sidelines if there's any new things popping up. Let me just quickly look at all my news sources. Let's see here real quick. This is always just a quick manner of looking on my phone, seeing if somebody sent me something. No. Then look through my news websites, which are all these aggregators. See what the most trending news is. See what everybody is clicking. The top ones are Bloomberg claims all 11 Bitcoin spot ETFs will be approved today. Record-breaking year for crypto payments. Ripple CEO and chief legal officer explain why the U.S. SEC should be investigating itself. BlackRock drops their Bitcoin ETF fees yet again. They halved them. Bitcoin traders lose over $200 million in 48 hours. U.S. senators call for reports on the SEC X account breach. And yeah, Gary Gensler's account got hacked, all that type of stuff. And here, TikTok's top 10 most popular cryptocurrencies this year revealed. XPR is top. What the frick is XPR? Why is that a top coin? No way. Hey, if you had to pick like 3 cryptos, which ones would you guys pick? This is a top 10 TikTok list. And this is why you don't listen to TikTok unless you want to lose money. What in the world? All right. They based this on a new study identified the most talked about cryptocurrency on TikTok. Really? Maybe they just misspelled XRP. I don't think so, though. I think XPR is a different crypto, but it doesn't make sense for XRP to not be talked about a lot on TikTok and XPR to win it. That does not seem very likely, to be honest with you. XPR used to be Proton Network. Oh, I see. Okay. Mac Baby says, if a portfolio has 7... Okay, wait a minute. Hypothetically, if a portfolio were to have these numbers, for example, right? Hypothetically, 753 SOL, 800 Ejective, 10 ETH, 1100 Render, 100 Link, 600 Say, all valued at 130K plus, will there be a chance to see $1 million in 2024? Let's do the math on this for fun. Let's see. So right now, hypothetically speaking, right? Injective, $40. This one is extremely difficult because Injective is a network that has a lot of excitement going on, but not as much developer activity. So the prospects for Injective in terms of price action are really, really difficult to scout. Because even though I'm extremely bullish on Injective, I'm not so sure if 2024 will be that time yet or more end towards 2025. I mean, crypto moves fast though, right? It moves fast though. So let's say if the average, because now I have to calculate how much exactly you have, but let's just say, Injective, do we think you can do an 8x? Market cap right now being about 3 billion, 24 billion. Yeah, surely possible. I wouldn't see why not for a massive bull run. Yeah. So I'd say yes, that's definitely not unlikely. Injective, done. Solana, right, in terms of a 8x, it's hard for this run. 8x, meaning $40 billion times 8. That's... I'm not going to say that Solana still has 10x potential. I'm going to say like more like along the lines of like 4 or so, maybe 5. I'm thinking Solana's going to end this run at maybe like $500, maybe $600. $800 though? Ooh. Then again, I'm thinking about it from the perspective of all-time high, $250 per Solana. To triple all-time high is not that crazy though, right? So from that perspective, I guess even then, 8x is not too wild. And let's set one thing straight. Like, to go from 130,000 to $1 million, it ain't that hard with crypto if you're stepping in the right time, and right now is a pretty juicy time. So from that perspective, most altcoins will still do an 8x or something along those lines. Even Ethereum will probably still do like a 4x, and that's the biggest at 300 billion. So 8x, it's not about can a coin do it, it's will it do it. Like every single coin here could do an 8 or 10x return in a year without anybody really being like, wow. Solana just went from $10 to $125 in a couple months. And nobody was like, wow, that was really, really strange. No, because it was rather small. Then again, right now it's $40 billion, meaning it went from, let's say, 3 billion to like 50 billion in the span of a year. And nobody was like, wow, because it did it before. A lot of coins have not done it before, but this run will be so much bigger that it can definitely happen. Hey, XRP is up 2% this hour. Pumping, going crazy. So the answer is, I believe that Solana is a pretty juicy coin. Injective is pretty juicy, even though I'm not, it's pretty juicy. 10 Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the juiciest ones. Render is pretty amazing. Link is pretty amazing, but Link is a difficult coin in terms of price. It's extremely undervalued. It's been throughout time. But the question is, same thing for a lot of DeFi protocols, right? Will people be able to understand the value prospects from Chainlink? Say is pretty juicy, especially if you're staking it for airdrops. Yeah, that's my thought process. But then, so the basis of all this is Solana. And Solana is the one with least gain potential out of all those. or Chainlink. So I'm not against that portfolio, though. I'm not against it. It's all coins that I'm pretty bullish about. I like all of them. So, what are your thoughts on 𝗓𝗏𝗀𝗀 and Illuvium? One of my friends that's also sometimes watching is a very big 𝗓𝗏𝗀𝗀 bull. I don't have any 𝗓𝗏𝗀𝗀, I think. Like, very little amounts. Illuvium, very exciting. But it's gaming, right? And gaming, I mostly try to prioritize new games over old ones. The other nomad says, my brain told me 700K is easy with that portfolio. XRP is in rocket mode. Let's see what XRP is doing. Why are you guys so excited about it? What's happening? Hey, I mean, rocket mode might be something else, but it's doing okay. It's up. Wait, what? It's up 6%. You see, oh, you guys can't see. This is why these charts for XRP are. This is. It goes up and down 6% every few hours. This is the 15-minute chart for XRP. What in the world is this volatility? Wait, what? That is XRP. What in the world? It's going crazy. I just talked about not buying so much more XRP, you see, and now I'm going to regret it. Huh? Holy shit. That's funny. And to some people saying, oh, but it's not much, it's still a shit coin. And man, you can't deny a 6% pump. A 6% pump is a 6% pump, ladies and gentlemen. But honest truth, I am more so just watching Ethereum and seeing it hopefully go above. Hey, we got to take profit on Ethereum. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I talked about this so long ago. One of our points where we are taking some profit on our Ethereum trade. It just got reached. That is juicy. But I will tell you right now that even though this move for XRP is not significant at all, right? In the grand scheme of things here, this move is like very minimal for XRP price action. You can see it literally did this multiple times throughout the last couple of days. So don't think this is a crazy move. I think it's going to be the reason that Ethereum is doing so well, partially because that's the next hype after Bitcoin, right? Right now, the value proposition for XRP, and what I just said, it lacked some hype, can actually turn around pretty quickly. As if an XRP ETF were to come up, that's one of the biggest waves of hype we could have imagined and hoped for. So keep that in the back of your head. Let's see. You guys are saying ETF approved. I'm just checking out. So I'm trying to figure out, how do we find this? So this says CBOE, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF. To whom it may concern, please be advised that CBOE BZX Exchange Inc. has received an application dated December 27, 2023. From the above referenced issuer has been approved the following securities listing for CBOE blah, 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 blah. Invesco Galaxy Bitcoin ETF. In order to facilitate timely listing, the exchange requests acceleration of registration of these securities under rule yada, yada, yada. So this is not the approval itself, but just the letter. Oh, they just revised it to not approved, but has received an application. All right. Infinity hedged. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Okay, so that was interesting. We just got baited. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, by the way, this. 𝗕𝗠𝗪𝗏 also has the old letter then, huh? Or what? So this is interesting. Why are there two letters that I just received, but she's posting the old one? Or, anyway, you know what? We'll post it too. Maybe it's the right thing. At least then, this is as close as it's going to get. Ah, here we go. This does not mean the SEC approval, only that the exchange itself has approved Invesco's application to list securities on the exchange. Okay, okay. I mean, it's still good enough though, right? It's still pretty exciting in my opinion. And I don't say we've just been yeeted. I'd say that this is just the start of something greater. Everybody's texting this now. Hey, just Ripple to buy back $300 million of its shares from investor at $11 billion by Reuters. Reuters. Is it Reuters or Reuters? How do you say that website? I never know. I always do one or the other. Reuters, Reuters, I never know. Six minutes ago, guys. Ripple, this is 6 minutes ago. Ripple to buy back $285 million worth of stock. Okay. That's not bad. Let's see here. Let me also, I guess, share this. I'll take a screenshot. Oh, I'll just comment it. But what is the source, though? But again, it's the website. You see, sometimes it's also difficult where this is such a legitimate website, but then their source is sources. What the frick does that mean? Where can we see the now? Oh, wait, let's see here. Let's see here. It's it's Reuters, not Reuters. That sounds like a typewriter, bro. Yeah, it is. It is indeed a pretty stupid keyboard, guys. It's like it's like thick boy, but it has lights. So I guess, obviously you need lights with all these lights here. I needed as many lights as possible. Oh, where's the mouse? I don't know where the mouse is. But wait, somebody says it's fake news. You think so? You think we're being lied to right here? It does sound pretty logical for it to be real, in my opinion. Hey, wait, it's not XRP buyback. It's Ripple stock that we're talking about here. But I guess theoretically speaking, they do that with XRP sold, no? Which hour will be the announcement? 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. How many of you guys in the chat are holding XRP just for fun? Because I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it now. DocX says, where can we see the announcement of Bitcoin ETFs? SEC website or Twitter or what? I don't think you're going to find it on the SEC's Twitter first anymore. I think you'll most likely find it on some news outlet website. Or perhaps like 𝗕𝗪𝗏𝗏. Just some news reporter from Fox or 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏 or whatever the frick his name is. This one. I think he will post it perhaps first. Then again, he was pretty late with this announcement as well. So there are another one. Tier. This guy is pretty freaking fast always. But he will only post the real Bitcoin ETF decision, not like these intermediary parts. Of course, you can also just go to my channel. Here, on my Twitter, I'll be pretty fast, but it might take a minute or two. Womble Stacker says, no ETF today, only big dump. I think the ETF will come today. There's no other day that it can happen, except for just a flat-out denial. It cannot be delayed no longer. So, unless you're thinking it's going to be a denial, but then based on what? On what basis can they deny? Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not put in the chat how many coins you have, please. Please do not write that. If you did, delete it right now. I do not want to see it. It's not for me. It's because there's people watching that don't have your best intentions in mind. I don't know how I say that. English sometimes is difficult. I'm not a native English speaker. Some people, they might look at your number and be like, hey, I'm going to try do something bad to this guy. Do not post how much coins, how much money, all that stuff you have. If you want to put your percentage, hey, cool. Do not put how best interest in mind. There you go. %% Crypto says they can just not say anything today. They cannot. They have to say something today. There are rules in this world. If you say you're gonna do something at some point, you know, people could just be like, tomorrow. But sometimes with these very important things, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. They can't. They have to, right? Best interest at heart. I thought it was at best interest at heart, best interest in mind. I don't know. Whatever the phrase it does, it's fine. But do you think XRP needs to focus on private sector hype as it's an institution-focused asset? No. Retail hype is the most important for any crypto out there. As they're so far along in their journey. If you're starting up a new crypto, institutional hype is very important. Like, for example, some of the big coins coming up like 𝗪𝗏𝗲𝗏, etc. But if we're talking about ones that have already launched and they've been around for like a decade or more, no, it's mostly retail that matters. The institutions might matter for like the reason retail can get excited, but not as the thing that's pumping everything. No. Who at the SEC would do the announcement? Likely not Gary Gensler, right? I think, it might still be Gary, which is funny. French Canadian living happily in Phuket. Nice. Thailand is nice. Dusty, Apple or Android? I've got everything. I've got multiple Android phones. I have this Solana phone, which is kind of funny. I bought it and I've actually only booted it once. I think it was about $700. And apparently there's Bonk on there and a different coin, which I did not know at the start. I don't even know what type of phone this is. It's some Chinese type of brand, like Xiaomi, something like that. But I also am a big fan of the iPhones. And as I just told you guys, which is really funny, even one of my iPhones, my old ones, this is for Instagram stuff, blew up recently. I'm not sure if you guys have had that before, that a phone blew up. It just exploded. So here's another old Android phone. Anyway, I'm like a little mixer of sorts. I like phones. But before, like what I used to have as a main, I have, I'm not going to show you. That was a battery. The battery blew up, you mean, in this one? Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter because, you know, it's okay. I have the same phone. I think I have many of these 6 and 7s as well. Like, here's another one. This one is still fine. This one, I'm not even sure which, if this is 7 or 6S or something. Battery started to expand. Yeah. It blew up. It's really funny. Oh, wait. This is 6S, 7S. You guys might know. I'm looking at it. I'm not sure. Battery dead, huh? Okay, interesting. Anyway, I've not used it in a while. It's all fine. I don't need it. New tier list video, Dusty. Oh, so what would you like a tier list on? The last one we did was this. I've been thinking to do an AI coin type of tier list. Yannick says, if it happens on a plane that it swells up, tell the flight attendant immediately. Guys, I'll tell you right now. The moment that it blew up, you think I've touched it like this, but I think this phone has been dead for a while. All right, it's not like I use old phones. The only old phone I use is, it's not here, it's somewhere else. It's like a XS Max or something. Mostly, I just always go for new ones. Fire potential. Even if it's just here, is it still fire potential? Even if it's not like touched, I just have it in a cabinet for like a year like this. Should I still just throw it away? Okay. Can. I didn't know that. All of a sudden, I'm recording a video, you see a big boom. That would be, okay, I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm not going to say that would be funny, but it would be pretty interesting for a video. Not going to lie. Anyway, I will... That wouldn't be funny. I mean, it depends on what you think is fun. Just don't try to charge it. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys think I'm, completely freaking stupid in the brain. Once my phone blew up, the last thing on my mind was thinking, let me plug it in the charger. Let me give this phone some electricity. All right? Let me give this device that has just decided to blow up. Let me put that into an electricity socket. No, thank you. I like that. Anyway, which tier list would you guys like? On which coins? On what type of things? I can get to it if you guys want it. But most importantly, I've got this. Can I show you in a certain way? I've got a crypto airdrop video coming up. I already recorded it, but I was just too lazy to post it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Because last night I already posted so many videos, I thought, let me do it tomorrow. The one I've got is this right here. It is a video. Crypto airdrop. Oh, hey, look at that. It's the ultimate crypto airdrop guide, and I think out of all that, all the ones I've made before, this is the best tutorial because it encompasses like 10 different coins to prepare for right now. But there are 2 more videos I'm planning. One is one so that you guys know how to do it on Solana, on Cosmos, and Ethereum to kind of like farm for airdrops. One video you guys want is launch pads, but it takes effort, man. It's like a lot of steps. But if a lot of people want it, I'll get to it. But the one that I think is like most important is the one with regards to airdrops because it's like a time constraint, right? The earlier you are, the better. With launch pads, it's all about whenever there's a coin that's going to be hyped up that you need to know. But even then, if I make the tutorial that day, you're fine most of the time. When are you going to go to, hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. You know how many times I've said that? Like, I think like 3,000 times in videos. So what about doing a video on all the mistakes you've made? That's a good one. Perhaps that's an interesting thing. But I actually kind of update you guys on all the mistakes I make all the time because I make a ton of mistakes. Depends on what you call a mistake. I'm not so cringe to say I call them lessons. But, you know, do you think a wrong investment, for example, is a mistake? Because at the end of the day, you calculated it before you invested. So it's just a probability thing, right? Is that then a mistake? I guess if you send money to the wrong address, that's probably a mistake. But that type of thing, I don't mess up too often, so I don't know. But I have sometimes sent money, and I was like, that wasn't smart. Or perhaps I didn't do things soon enough, which obviously I would consider mistakes because due to laziness. But everything kind of comes down then to carelessness or laziness, something like that. XRP not doing too juicy, actually. Can you make a video explaining what the XRP coin is used for? And does Ripple need XRP to succeed, or are they independent? They're definitely independent, but there is some overlap in a lot of ways. I've done, I think, probably like 100 videos as to what the Ripple needs XRP for. And I've also done a lot of videos as to why XRP can easily use Ripple. How about GSX? Yeah, I mean, again, do you call it a mistake or do you just call it a, you think it's going to do well and it doesn't do well? Another good example is, let me pick up another one. Encash. As I said before, this is one of the coins I bought so much of and it did so bad. I bought it all the way down, not because I believed in it, because it was my strategy. And I lost a ton of money. Do I know what this network does? No, I don't. Lost a lot of money. And again, this is also, you have to understand, guys, we've been making these videos for how long? 7 years or so straight. Your perspective on crypto changes so much. You learn so many new things. And what I thought was exciting, for example, last run, I wouldn't even buy this run again, and vice versa. What is another coin I really messed up on? Let's see. So this one was one of my biggest mess ups that I remember. This is one of the coins. This is what kind of started my channel a lot. What is the name? Electronium. But all my coins are, unfortunately, hey, it's actually a 50 million. That's pretty good. No, it's not good. Never mind. If you guys are like all the way back from the start, if you guys remember my channel at the start, this and the ICO and everything were like the most exciting times ever. And the hype that I had for this project was insane. And look at where it is today. It happens. It happens. 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏 was actually one of the best launches I've ever had. So I'm not so sure who said it was a flop. Like long term, because this is something you guys don't know. Anything related to the guys that launched this, everything did really, really garbage as time progressed. But at the start, this was one of the craziest projects that I've ever seen. Ever, ever, ever. So I don't think it was a flop at all. Just the launch pad as a concept was a flop. But that's probably because of the launching time. You see, look at this. The launch was at the end of 2021. And that's literally the point where crypto just started to go down all the way. So anything launchpad related didn't do well because obviously, launchpads kind of shit themselves. Hex. I've never held a single dollar worth of Hex, so I don't know. Wow, it's up 44% today. Damn. But it's still down a lot, actually. But it's up 44% today, though. Dusty, do you know anything about the Retic pre-sale? I purchased some because it sounded interesting in the write-up. I just know that I talked on TikTok a lot about Retic doing advertisements. So what I mean is, I saw a lot of blog posts that were sponsored by Retic. And then I kind of got skeptical. I didn't like it too much because I saw so many of them, right? And if I see so many advertisements, I kind of get scared. If they're doing ads, I'm not against that at all. You got to get your product out there some way or somewhere. But it was too much. So then I was like, oh, okay, you see, this might be just stupid. They just want stupid people to buy or something. But I didn't look into it, so I don't know. It could literally be one of the best projects ever. It could be. But yeah, they didn't catch me on the right side. Do you think XRP can hit $1 soon? What is soon? I'm bullish on XRP, but other cryptos are even more exciting as of this point, so it's hard. Why aren't more people bullish on Render? It's basically NVIDIA, just decentralized. No, it's definitely, I wouldn't consider it to be like NVIDIA. If you're saying NVIDIA stock, then yes. If you're saying as NVIDIA itself, then that doesn't make sense. But Render is indeed one of my most exciting cryptocurrencies for a while. Do you truly believe in Render and their team? I don't know their team personally, but I think Render is pretty nice as a crypto. Yankee says, I bought Pepe AI and sent it to my cold storage. You did what? You bought what? Oh, no. Is Engine still alive, and when can we see XP doing some moves? When is a good question. I guess right now, because the ETF hype could be something. Is Engine still alive? I've not seen any update on Engine in a while, so I wouldn't know. 𝗓𝗪 I've also not bought in a good while, but they are pretty exciting. So, you know, Polkadot, 𝗓𝗪, they can have a good time in the next couple of weeks, like Michael said earlier. Hey. I missed the hey Dust. Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here. Did you do your Evernote thing with XRP? No, I don't want to touch any of my XRP. I don't care about any of the drops. Just screw off. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to have anything to do. Most of the stuff that's connected to XRP is, like, in my opinion, kind of scammy. I don't care for it too much. So that ain't me. But if you're doing that, you know, you do you. I even thought about making a tutorial for it because I thought a lot of people would be interested. But since I'm not doing it myself, I didn't think it would be fair to make a tutorial. What percentage of your XRP will you sell in a bull run? Depends. It could be 98%. It could be nothing. The reason I'm saying that is because the 2025 bull run, I want to cash out pretty hard. Because last runs I never cashed out nearly anything. And I think that was my biggest mistake from before. Somebody just said, what is your mistake? That's one of the mistakes I made. Of not really cashing out. But the thing is, I'm in a position where I don't really need to sell any crypto ever. And I'm just fine keeping it as an investment. But the thing is, you want to sell to buy back cheaper. So that's the thought process, right? You want to sell to buy back cheaper, to buy more of the cryptos. And since we know crypto is like cyclical, so it always comes back down hard. It's just really wise to sell, to try buy back. And the only risk then is that you were not able to sell all the way at the top. Because if you sell too early and crypto moves on higher, yeah, oh, well. But that's something I've gotten over. Just got home. Could you sum up what's happening with Bitcoin? Do you think it's going to dip after the approval? My personal expectation is that indeed we will see still a pump and dump, meaning we will see a slight pump up the moment we see approval. Because I do believe Bitcoin will come back to 47 at least over the next few hours. That's just my personal expectation. So if you've got wait a minute, perhaps one of our longs just got filled. Could be. I wanted to say, if you're still looking for positions, like even right now as we speak, it ain't that bad to just try get yourself a quick position in to ride back towards like this area right here. I said that yesterday when we were at like these prices, but it's still quite true for right now that I do believe Bitcoin will visit 47 before a potential crash due to the whole ETF scenario. So I still think buying anywhere here is still, I'd say buying anything here is still quite fine because you're going to be able to sell. Even if the decision comes in and it might look again like this right here, that's still probably an easy exit at these prices. But yeah, that's my thoughts. And so the summary is that we have gotten from most of these like Bloomberg type of analysts, etc., that the ETF is coming today. Even now the CBOE confirmed that this is going to be fine. It's coming up. Invesco right behind all the other ones, ARC shares or whatever. Yeah. ETFs are coming probably around 1 a.m. Dubai time or 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'll show it to you again where it says it. Here we go. The Bloomberg analysts predict 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time for the Bitcoin ETFs to be approved. So we've got about, I'm going to say like whatever, 4 hours, 5 hours left. I am telling you guys once more for all the people that were not here a few minutes ago, a couple things we're doing. One is I'm rewarding people who are going to Discord and sharing their charts, sharing their analysis. But also, if you're just talking, I might actually give people something as well. We're just talking. I'm not sure how often, I'm not sure how much, but I said I just want to do more small giveaways. So perhaps we're just giving $20 to like 5 people every month. Maybe it's going to be 50 people get $20. Maybe it's going to be 500 people. All the people get $20. Maybe it's going to be more per person. Not sure. I just want to reward people for sticking around. And I will not do that forever. It's just kind of to get things alive, because the ultimate goal is for people to have a place to come together to make money. It's completely free, doesn't cost you any single cent. It's all free. No, it doesn't cost you. All I want to do is give you for interacting with, again, the idea in mind that the more people are in here talking, the more people will be able to share information, the more you'll be able to achieve. But I've noticed, I've asked people to join and share their strategies or things like that, but people don't do it. So we have two options. One is I make a paid group, but I don't want to. And the second is to just incentivize you guys to get more interaction going. So that's what I'm starting out to try right now. And if it doesn't work, we might have to go over to plan B. But that is my plan right now. Just reward people for staying in the chat and give money instead of get money. But it's fine. Just try your best, and we'll see at the end of the day. I don't mind any. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. When is the announcement? As we said before, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time is the expected date. And yeah, that's where I'll end it off, I think. Guys, I will also put an update on Dusty Trades a little bit later today. And as I just stated, I've got an airdrop tutorial coming on this channel a little bit later today. So if you're into crypto airdrops, make sure you press the like button on this video right now. Make sure you subscribe, because we'll come in soon, right? With some juicy information, with some juicy tutorials, juicy guides. It's going to come up soon. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed this crypto live stream. It was too freaking long. I wanted to stream for like 15 minutes. Now my ass is fully freaking wood again from sitting on a chair, but we're good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to do more streams because I didn't know this many people would tune in. That's amazing. You guys are all appreciated, every single one of you. We're going to do good in this crypto space. Every single one of you, I teach you everything I know. Don't worry, I got you. And that's about it for this crypto update. All right? Peace out, everybody. Have a good one. And enjoy tonight. Watch your screens. It's going to be crazy. And make sure you press the like button before you go.